What are droughts and water scarcity? Droughts can be defined as a transitory anomaly in which the availability of water is below the statistical requirement of a given geographical area. Water is not sufficient to supply the needs of plants, animals, and people. The main cause of all droughts is the lack of rain or precipitation. This phenomenon being called meteorological droughts. Meteorological droughts shouldn't be confused with hydrological droughts, since the former refer to scarce rainfall and the latter will be a consequence of the former, since it is a matter of decrease in available water resource. Water scarcity can be reduced to two mechanisms: physical water scarcity and economical water scarcity, where physical water scarcity is the result of insufficient natural water resources to supply the demand of a region, and economic water scarcity is a result of poor management of available water resources. According to the United Nations Development Programme, economic water scarcity is often the main cause in most countries or regions experiencing water shortages, because most countries or regions have enjoyed fresh water to meet household, industrial, agricultural, and environment needs, but lack the means to provide into an accessible form.
Why did we decide on this specific use? In the field of tourism, we have always focused on how to create new strategies to promote ideas and attractions to attract new customers to hotels, museums, and other incentives. But today, we must be more concerned with how natural resources are they have been ending. Today, we know that 70% of the earth is water, but 97.5% of seawater is not for human consumption. In addition to the fact that humans have built and destroyed a large part of these ecosystems, we cannot go through stop each of the situations as they affect us directly. We decided to choose this topic since it's these days that we must take much more care of our planet and consumption. Although the pandemic did heal the earth a little, it doesn't mean that we let it die. We must preserve the environment, both for tourists who visit natural places as for the next generations.
Reasons why there are droughts and water shortages. Unrepaired water leaks are one of the main reasons why water is scarce in many places. The problem of the water leaks doesn't end there, but also causes economic losses and clear damage to the environment. On another note, it's important to remember that the interested parties, the customers, must know well what operators are doing. You can ask us everything you want to know about the world of water leaks and the solutions we implement to prevent them. Number 2. Global warming is the main cause of major droughts. This increase in aridity is also occurring in Mexico, the southern United States, southern Africa, and southern Australia. Research has observed widespread changes in temperature extreme. Higher temperatures result in more evaporation, so even those areas that continue to receive the same overall amount of precipitation will be more prone to drought. Number 3. Bad administration and use of the liquid to large company. Urban industrial drought, overexploitation and contamination of water resources have generated conflicts throughout the Lerma Chapala Santiago, pacing and water shortage, significantly affecting cities and localities, as is the case in Ocotlan. There is no doubt that is basin presents a particular problem since its course runs throughout 5 states: State of Mexico, Guanajuato, Querétaro, Michoacán, and Jalisco, flowing into the sea throughout Nayarit.
Possible solution practice to combat drought. Adapt crops to species that need a minimum amount of water and adapt the irrigation system. It doesn't make sense to grow species like corn, for example, in areas with serious water problems. Through the drip irrigation system, the savings are considerable considering that in most countries the irrigation of crops represents between 70 and 80% of total consumption. Public and private parks and gardens with species that require little water. It's advisable to design gardens and public parks with trees and plants resistant to drought. Use water savers on all taps and showers. It's becoming easier to find small and cheap accessories that allow you to save a lot of water in domestic consumption. Solutions to water scarcity. Educate for the change of consumption models and lifestyles. Develop new water conservation and storage technologies. Reuse of wastewater. Improve irrigation and agricultural practice. Adequacy of the price of water. Improve water uptake. Ensure representativeness and governments. Ecosystem management improvement, improve distribution infrastructure.